Hi, what's up everyone, and welcome to my God of War Ragnarok walkthrough for all of the main quests in the game. This walkthrough will offer you tips on defeating challenging enemies and bosses, but also solutions to every puzzle in the quest and locations of all the collectibles. I aim to cover most of the loot as well. This video is part 16 as I take you through the Summoning quest, and if you want to find more quest guides, you can find them down below in the video description and pinned comment. I also cover all of the favours in God of War Ragnarok as well. After the previous quest hunting for solace, you'll have to return to Sindri's house, and this is where you start the Summoning quest. As soon as you enter Sindri's house, there's going to be a cutscene that leads you onto this quest. The cutscene was all about planning for war, and you and Hrist are now going to head to Muspelheim. Just exit the house and head to the Mystic Gateway, and your quest marker is going to be on Muspelheim, so just interact with that and you'll be fast travelling to the Burning Cliffs Gateway. As you arrive in Muspelheim, the Summoning quest will start after a little cutscene where Myrmur is taken away from you. You are now free to proceed with this quest, so just jump over the gap and follow Hrist. As you jump down the ledges, you're going to want to head to the cave on the right. However, just to the left there is a red coffin. You're just going to need to use your sigil arrow and your blades of chaos to get rid of the vines and collect the coffin.
If we head down towards that tower, we might be able to see the forge.
With the coffin collected, we can now head into the cave. Upon entry of the cave, you will notice the Hacksilver pouch, which is just on the ground next to this soldier. And just beyond that, down the ledge, is a legendary chest. As you drop down, there will be an enemy encounter, so just deal with that before you collect the chest. Just to the right of this legendary chest, and before you move on, you will find an Odin's Raven hidden here. So just get your axe out and take care of the Raven. And with the Raven collected, we just need to head through this gap in the wall, which is covered by vines. So again, just use some sigil arrows and your blades of chaos to clear them and head through the gap. On the other side, there is going to be an enemy encounter, so just deal with these before you proceed. The enemy's gone. You're going to recognize this area from an earlier quest where you came here with Thor as Atreus. So most of the loot in the areas that were going through here may already be collected, but there is a bit of Hacksilver that we couldn't get as Atreus. It's just to the south part. It's underneath this rock. So just destroy this rock and you can collect the Hacksilver. And with that collected, we can continue the main path, which is towards this lava waterfall. At the waterfall, you just need to shimmy across this ledge. After shimmying, just follow Atreus down the path. You might find some Hacksilver or two, especially if you missed it on the previous quest. So pick that up along the way. As you get to the bottom here, Atreus is going to want you to follow him across this ledge there. However, when we were here earlier as Atreus, we couldn't get past this boulder that's blocking this path to a Nornir chest. So now with Kratos, we can get a spear out and we can use a spear to remove this boulder, and we can go and solve a Nornir chest. To solve this Nornir chest, we need to light torches, and the first one is just up to the right from the Nornir chest. You can just reach this with your blades of chaos to ignite it. So get your blades on and just ignite that one. With that ignited, there's two more to find, and they're over to the left. If we have a look across this lava pit, you can see the sea torch and the R torch. Now first, we want to ignite the sea torch, and to do that, what we need to do is just come out of this area and head to the right here, where you can see the sea torch just across this lava pit here. To light this torch, we are going to want to use sigil arrows across these pillars. So place one right next to the sea torch here. You can see that's connected because the center of the sigil is highlighted with the torch. We're going to make that bigger in a minute. Just place a second sigil arrow about here and a third here across all the three torches. They're not connected at the minute. You can tell by the center of the balloons. So let's make them all bigger. We can make the one at the end bigger. That's connected it to the center one. We can make the center one bigger two more times. That's connected to this first one. They're all connected now. So if your blades of chaos interact with this one, that'll create the chain reaction to ignite the torch. And with the torch ignited, we can head back to the other area to do the final torch, which is the R torch just across the way from here. And to do this one, again, we're going to be chaining some sigil arrows. But first, we want to make sure we place the sigil directly onto the torch. We can make that as large as we want. We'll place another one onto this pillar here, making it as large as we can. With those two connected, the third sigil wants to go directly onto the torch that's already ignited to create the chain reaction. And that will ignite the final torch, opening the Nornir chest. And with that collected, we can now continue with the quest. So head back out and jump over the ledge where Atreus was earlier. This is going to enter you into a scene with this flame phantom. And we're going to have to defeat this. We've fought these before. It's the same principle. You're basically going to be stunning this enemy. And once it's stunned enough, you've got to destroy one of these like obelisk things. There's one over here just to the south. And there's another one over in this direction. And there's a third one just behind this wall over here. So get your spear out, just throw a spear into that wall and destroy it. And that's going to uncover the third one. So they're the three that we need to destroy. We can't destroy that until we stun the enemy though. Just block an attack to get it stunned. And each time you stun it, you'll be able to destroy one of those obelisks. Once all three are done, you'll complete the encounter by pressing R3 on the Flame Phantom. Once you defeat the Phantom, be sure to collect all of its loot. And then with all the loot collected, just follow Atreus through this broken gate. On the other side of the gate, there's a health stone if you need it, to collect that. But you just want to interact with this rope here to throw your spear to the other side. And we're going to be heading down the zip line. At the bottom of the zip line, we're just going to be following the path up to Surtr now. As you get to Surtr, there will be a cutscene. After the short cutscene, we are going to need to face these two Soul Eaters. There'll be other enemies as well. That makes it a little bit more tricky. If any enemies spawn in, just take care of them. They'll drop you some health gems if needed, and are quite ideal for that. We've fought these Soul Eaters before. They're very easy. You just want to get your axe out. And when they open their chest, throw your axe into the chest, and it'll drop an orb for you. This is the best way to cause damage, by throwing your axe into the chest, getting these orbs. And if you wait for them to open their chest again, or go into this position where they're doing this attack, throw the orb at them to cause some good damage. Just keep rinsing and repeating this. Just keep dodging the attacks, waiting to get an opportunity to throw your axe into their chest to drop more orbs and cause them damage until they die, taking out the smaller enemies as they spawn. You will get an opportunity to stun them like this as well, to press R3 on them to cause a mass amount of damage. With all the enemies clear and the Soul Eaters gone, make sure you collect all of your loot as they drop some good loot. And after you've picked all of that up, just head to Surtr again for a longer cutscene this time. After the cutscene, you are going to be instructed to follow Surtr, but before you do, just look up to the left here, and you're going to notice one of Odin's ravens. So with your axe or your spear, just take care of that and collect it. And with that collected, you're free to continue the path. Surtr is going to open up a tunnel for you, and you'll head through here. As you're following down the path, you'll get to this area where it goes off to the right. Be sure to check this out to get the red coffin.
Surtr, were you here at the beginning of everything?
Yeah.
And with that collected, we can just continue the path forward. You'll enter the Spark of the World, which is an absolute beautiful area. Enjoy this as you go through, just continuing the path. Be sure to pick up any health gems or rage gems on the way, as you're gonna need these for a boss fight soon.
What happened to you?
Surtr will create this bridge for you all to cross, and at the end of this there's gonna be another cutscene. After the cutscene, you're gonna have this boss encounter against two Valkyries. It's surprisingly easier than you think. They're quite hittable. They don't attack as fast as other enemies, especially like the Berserkers if you're doing those. It's just a case of blocking their attacks and dealing damage to go through, I think, about 3 phases of this boss fight. There's got to be a mix of blockable and unblockable attacks, just like with any other boss fight you've encountered. So keep on the move, make sure you got L1 handy to block any blockable attacks, and just dodge the unblockable. Parries are going to be your friend. If you can parry any of the blockable attacks, you will stun them to do increased damage. And if you are struggling at any point, just lower the difficulty to make this much easier. You just want to keep on fighting these to go through all 3 stages of this boss fight and complete it. The boss fight is going to conclude by you pressing R3 on the Valkyries and having this quick time event. And with the Valkyries defeated, the bridge is going to reform. Be sure to collect any loot that they drop and head over the bridge for another cutscene. That will bring you to the end of the summoning quest. It'll be confirmed that Surtr is now Ragnarok, and it'll help you when the time is right by using the Galahorn. Atreus is now going to advise you that you want to head back through Muspelheim to head back. Just follow Atreus and retrace the tracks you just took. As you reach the end of the cave and you get back to the forge, there is going to be another enemy encounter. With the enemies defeated, there's a newly formed wall that you're able to climb over to the right. Just climb this wall to continue. And once you eventually get to the other side, you'll be going back through this gap that you came through earlier. As you go through here, there'll be another enemy encounter. With them defeated, we can again just retrace our steps over this ledge. There's going to be some more enemies to deal with, so just take care of these. And just keep on retracing your steps, and you're eventually going to get up to this lava waterfall again where you shimmy across to the other side. And there's going to be another encounter as you get to the other side. Quite similar to the one with Heimdall. It's still really easy to defeat like that one, apart from it's going to have this like Bifrost shield. The only way you can attack the Gulliper is to use sigil arrows against that shield to break it. That enables you to then go and attack. It's a really easy attack. You just got to defend yourself and attack when you can. However, as you do bring their health down, there will be reinforcements. I highly advise to take care of the reinforcements as they spawn in. And with the reinforcements taken care of, you can just block an attack again while using the sigil arrows to break its shield. With the Gulliper defeated and all remaining enemies, we can just head back through this gap in the wall that we came through at the start of the quest. And you just want to retrace your steps all the way back to the Mystic Gateway. So just climb the ledge here. You'll come back to this area where we got the red coffin right at the start. Climb up the big ledge. And the Mystic Gateway is just right ahead. Murmur will be waiting for you, and you just need to interact to continue. And that does bring us to the end of this quest. You are now free to mop up on some things so you can interact with the Mystic Gateway, travel wherever you want, complete any other favors or side quests that you want. But when you're ready, you got to travel to Tyr's temple in Midgard to continue on to the final quest of the game, the Realms at War. So we'll just be heading back to the temple that we headed to in a previous quest to meet Freya and prepare for the war and take on the final mission and quest of the game. So that does bring us to the end of this video. I hope this has been helpful. Be sure to hit like, share and subscribe to support it. And if you need more help with favors or quests, they're all linked down below in the video description and pinned comments, so go and check them out. But until the next one, thank you for watching this. Stay safe and peace out.